Hi everyone, this week I wanted to cover the topic of dealing with post-traumatic situations, and this earthquake that took place in Turkey and Syria is something that's affected loads of people. Thousands have been killed, thousands have been affected, and even though we're so far away and we're here in the UK, it's the human thing for us to care. And we can't help but to be concerned, and things like this will affect us regardless of where we are. It's really upsetting to see the scenes that we're seeing, and it's very upsetting to be so helpless. And there's not much that we can do from here. So that survivor's guilt really is taking over and making us feel really bad. So I just wanted to discuss this and things we can do to make ourselves feel a little bit better and a little bit more in control. If you haven't been to my page, welcome. I'm Hamasa. I look at personal development as well as mental and emotional well-being and just day-to-day issues. Please do subscribe to my page so that you're up to date with all my content. I'm going to keep this very short because really there isn't much to discuss. When things like this happen, we do feel it. And no matter where you are in the world, when you see the images that you see, when you see the children, when you see the people affected, you can't help but to really think that could have been me, or this is so sad and I want to help these people and I can't. So the first thing for us to really think about and understand is that this is no different to COVID or to, for me personally, what happened in Afghanistan last August, August 2021. It really affected me. My whole world came crashing down. I felt awful survivor's guilt. It was consuming me. And so when something so traumatic happens to you somewhere so far away and you can't really do something about it, and for some people it's the stress of COVID where it affects so many thousands of people, then you can't help but feel anxious and on edge and really dismayed and lose hope. So this is very similar to PTSD, where something very traumatic happens and you don't know how to really cope with it. And I just wanted to go over some points that helped me before, or just coping mechanisms that tend to bring you back to the moment and make you understand the wider context of the situation. And first and foremost is that we have to understand and accept that we don't have control over everything. In fact, we don't have control over a lot of things. And we need to accept that. Things like natural disasters, unfortunately wars, diseases, is something that's out of our control. So no matter how much we beat ourselves up or what we think we could have done, really we don't have a say or control over the situation. And the sooner we accept that and understand that there's a lot of people in the same boat as us, the easier it becomes. You cannot control things that are affecting the world. It's just not down to you, and you have to accept that. Acceptance is the first and big part of healing. The second thing is to, instead of dwelling on it and ruminating and just staying on social media and just looking at images, looking at videos, and I personally, when I see these videos, tears just roll down my face. It's really upsetting and it's really affecting me. So I tend to bring myself back to the moment and understand that just watching things, of overthinking about it and letting it affect my day isn't going to help those people. So how can I be proactive and actually help and do something about it? And that's through donations, finding charities that you could volunteer for here, because people are dropping off a lot of donations of clothing and first aid and toiletries and things, and you can help either volunteer with those or make the donations, send the money, find the charities that work on the ground, grassroots organizations like White Helmets or some of the other ones that are operating in Syria and Turkey, and do something about it. That way, it feels a little bit, you can accept it a little bit more, you can digest it a little bit more when you know that you're doing something about it. You're not just sitting on your couch and feeling guilty. The next thing would be to get yourself away from social media. There's a lot of things that are being shared. There's a lot of information and awareness for sure, but at the same time there's a lot of false information and misrepresentation and fake news and things like that. So you have to be careful and take everything you see on social media with a pinch of salt. Also, limit yourself and have a boundary of how much time you spend, because it does become, for me, when the Afghanistan thing happened, the fall of Afghanistan to the Taliban, I really couldn't tear myself away, and I spent about 15-16 hours a day trying to spread awareness, share information, trying to help people get away, whatever it was. And I felt so guilty if I put my phone down, because I felt like I could be helping someone right now if I was on social media, but instead I'm watching TV or having dinner or taking a nap. So I felt guilty at all times. And you need to realize that there's only so much you can do online, and that you have to have a limit and get yourself away and make yourself busy and do other things and keep yourself occupied and take your mind off it and bring yourself to the present moment. And lastly, finally, the only other thing we can do is to appreciate and be grateful and have gratitude for the people and the things we have and the safety and the fact that we've been given another chance, or that we've been lucky enough not to be born in an area of conflict or a natural disaster. And having gratitude and being grateful really does change your mindset and your overall outlook on things. It's incredibly upsetting with what's going on in the world right now. It's incredibly heartbreaking to see all those people displaced, hurt, and dying, and the death toll. It is like, I cannot even verbalize what those people must be going through. But we're here, we're far away, and there's so much we can do. So for the opportunities and chances that we have been given, and that God's been great to us, and we've been given another day to live, breathe, and appreciate the things we have, people we have in our lives, we should forever be grateful, show gratitude, and do what we can to help those that are less fortunate than us. I hope that you guys found this video a little bit helpful, and these are just general coping mechanisms with things that are really traumatic and things that are giving you anxiety, to bring yourself back to where you are and how lucky you are to be alive. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and comment on this video, subscribe to my page, and I will see you guys here again very soon. Thank you. Mwah.